Hi, I'm Meredith Johnson, and I'm a first grade teacher.
And I'm Randy Helton, and I'm a first grade teacher.
Before we get started, I have some tips for you in case you are having trouble hearing or understanding me. First, turn on your closed captions if that is something that is available to you. Next, try to adjust the playback speed to slow down the video. The third tip is to consider watching this video in shorter clips, then pause, listen, and watch again. The last tip is to ask someone in your home to watch this video with you. Stop frequently and talk to your partner about what you heard and understood. If you need the resources to go along with this lesson, they can be found on the Knox County website under the Student Resource tab.
Let's get started with our learning. We are going to be learning some new vowel teams that make the long U sound. These words will be in our I Can Read passage today. Here are the three vowel patterns for the long U sound. The long U sound, oo, can be spelled a few different ways. Look at the words with the picture clues above. Let's review these just like we would in class by saying our vowel pattern, the key word, and the sound it represents. Will you say it with me? U-E, glue, oo. Where do you hear the oo sound in the word glue? G-o-oo, glue. I hear the long U sound at the end of the word. Sometimes when we hear the oo sound at the end of the word, it is spelled using U-E, but sometimes it can be spelled with E-W as well. Look at our next picture clue. What do you see in the picture? That's right, fruit. Say it with me. U-I, fruit, oo. Where do you hear the oo sound in the word fruit? F-r-oo-t, fruit. I hear the oo sound in the middle of the word fruit. The vowel team U-I is always in the middle of a word. It does not come at the end. Look at the next word and picture clue. The long U pattern that I see there is the vowel team EW. Say it with me. EW, grew, oo. Where do you hear the oo sound in grew? G-r-oo, grew. I hear the long U sound at the end of the word. Remember, sometimes when you hear the long U sound at the end of the word, it is spelled with EW. Other times, it will be spelled with UE. These are words and pictures that help you remember the sound of each vowel team.
Now that we have practiced these vowel teams, let's read some words that have the long U sound to practice what we know. You will see here that there are 3 columns, and at the top of each column is the picture that matches the key word for each long U vowel pattern that we learned. Look at the first word in the first column. When I look at that word, I see the UE vowel team. I'm going to underline that so that I remember to make the long U sound when I read it. Now let's go back and decode the whole word by making all of the sounds. B, ul, oo, blue. That word is blue. This is the adjective blue, like the color. Now let's read the rest of these words together. Identify the vowel team, U-E, oo, t, r, oo. True. Find the vowel team, U-E, oo, g, ul, oo, glue. Look at the next word. Identify the vowel team, U-E, oo, k, ul, oo, clue. Identify the vowel team, oo, d, oo, do. As in, your library books are due. Look at the next column. Let's look at the first word. We will underline the vowel team, U-I. What sound? Oo. Make the sounds in that word. S, oo, t, suit. Now let's read the rest of these words together. Identify the vowel team first, U-I, oo, f, r, oo, t, fruit. Look at the last word. Identify the vowel team first. U-I, oo. Is there anything else we need to look at in this word in order to read it? Yes, I see C-E. I know that when E, I, or Y comes after a C, I will make the soft sound of C, S. So when I see C-E, I will say S, J, oo, S, juice. Let's look at the last column. Look at the first word. What did we underline? The EW. What sound? Oo. Let's make the sounds. B, ul, oo. Blue. This blue is the verb, like she blew out her birthday candles. Identify the vowel team in the next word. EW, oo, g, oo. Grew. Identify the vowel team. It is EW. Ooh, new. As in, I got a new toy. Look at the next word. Identify the vowel team. Ooh. Ooh. Drew. Look at the last word. Identify the vowel team first. EW. Ooh. I see something else that we need to identify in this word. I see the silent consonant pattern KN. It says ooh, new. This spelling of new means that you knew something. It is the past tense of know.
Next, we will practice some sight words. First, I will read these words and you can listen to me. Next, we will read these words together as a team. Last, I will give you time to read these words by yourself. If you're able, pause the screen during that time to practice the words. Listen to me first as I read. Picture, remember, room, stood, thought. Let's read the words together this time for more practice. Ready? Picture, remember, room, stood, thought. Great reading. Now it's your turn to read the words by yourself. Ready? You got it. Now we are fully prepared to read our text successfully. Here's our I Can Read page. Some of you may have seen or read this page before, but that's okay because we know that good readers always go back and reread. In this text, the sight words that we just practiced are highlighted in yellow. We will go through and read this text together. I will be stopping along the way to ask some questions about what we are reading. We all know that the end goal of reading is always to be able to comprehend or understand what we have read. So I will be asking questions throughout to help us better understand or comprehend what we are reading. This morning, Sue stood in her room. She looked at her new bedspread. It was so nice. It had this picture of a rainbow by a seashore with sailboats in back. Why did Sue think her bedspread was so nice? Yeah, it had a beautiful picture. The picture was of a rainbow by a seashore and there were sailboats in the background. Sue thought about that trip her family made to the seaside last year. It was fun to remember when she kept her swimsuit on all day long and swam. Will her family go back next year? Why do you think it was so fun for Sue to remember her trip last year? Yeah, she made great memories on her trip by getting to keep her swimsuit on all day to swim. So think about her bedspread with the seashore and the sailboats. Do you think she likes it so much because it reminds her of her trip last year? Yeah. So we discussed that the end goal of reading is comprehension. However, we also want to be fluent readers. Remember that fluent readers read text smoothly, accurately, and with expression. If possible, take time every day this week to practice this text by using those fluent reader skills.
Today, we will be talking about the topic, great ideas. What is a great idea? Well, I know an idea is something someone thinks of. I think a great idea is an idea that makes something that already exists better. What great idea do you see in the picture? I see a tin can telephone. That's a great idea for people who are far away from each other to communicate. Our unit question is, what difference can a great idea make? Would this tin can phone make a difference? Yes, it would help people with communication. In what ways have people taken this great idea for communication and come up with another great idea for communication? How do we communicate with people who are far away from us? Yeah, the phone. Alexander Graham Bell had a great idea, and he invented the telephone, so we can communicate with people who are very far away from us. Other inventors have continued to improve these ideas. We now have a lot of ways we can communicate better. Cell phones, computers, internet. Wow, great ideas can really solve problems, such as trying to communicate with someone who lives far away from us. The essential question for this story is, when does a problem need a clever solution? What is a problem? A problem can be something that we don't like or something that needs to be fixed. What is a clever solution? Well, clever means smart or intelligent. A solution is something that fixes a problem. So a clever solution is a smart way to solve a problem. Look at these pictures. Does the family in the rain need a clever solution for their problem of being stuck in the rain? What about the little kid whose problem is that his kite is stuck in the tree? How about the man who accidentally painted himself into the corner? Yes, all of these people need clever solutions to solve the different problems they are having. Look closely at the picture of the child whose kite is stuck in the tree. I see that the child has already thought up a clever solution. He is using a stick to try to get his kite down out of the tree. We will be reading stories that tell about characters who have had great ideas that solve problems. Today, we are going to learn about how clever solutions can help solve problems as we read our text, Tippy-Toe Chick, Go. We will be reading part of our text today in Activity 1. We will finish reading the rest of the story, Tippy-Toe Chick, Go, in Activity 2.
Today we will read closely to talk and write about the problem the hen and her chicks face and solutions they try to solve the problem. Let's look at the success criteria for the learning target so we can know what it will look like to complete our task successfully. In order to have a complete topic sentence, you need to make sure that it answers the question and tells what the problem is, since that is what our learning target says. The details in your writing need to be complete sentences that describe solutions to the problem by using evidence from the text. For the closing of your writing, your last sentence should pull all the details together and restate what the topic sentence says. By completing all of these steps in your writing, you will have met all of these success criteria. Today, we will be working together to complete the topic sentence of our writing. You will be completing the details and closing on your own.
Now we are going to start reading our text. The title of the story is Tippy-Toe Chick, Go. It is written by George Shannon and illustrated by Laura Dronzik. In the picture, I see a little chick that looks like she is running across the grass. This story is an animal fantasy. In an animal fantasy, animals act like people by doing things like talking or wearing clothes. We are going to read about a smart little chick who has a great idea. Let's set a purpose for reading. What do the hen and chicks do every day? Let's read. Every morning when the dew had dried, Hen took her chicks to the garden for their favorite treat, sweet itty-bitty beans and potato bugs. Who are the characters? I hear the author mention a hen and her chicks. Can you see them in the illustration? What are they going to get? The text says they are going to get their favorite treat of itty-bitty beans and potato bugs. The word favorite tells me they really like it. Hen, big chick, and middle chick next, with little chick trailing along behind, stopping to wonder at this and that. Did you hear the characters' names? Hen, big chick, middle chick, and little chick. Can you tell who each one is from the picture? How is little chick different from the other chicks? Yes, she doesn't really stay with the group. She falls behind the group because she is stopping to look around at everything. Then running, tippy-toe, tippy-toe, to catch the rest. Across the yard, into the garden, to eat, 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 every day of the week. Till one day, what does running tippy-toe mean? It means that she is running to sneak by something or that she is running quickly. The text says that the chicks go to the garden every single day to eat their favorite treat. Why do you think the author put the word one in all capital letters? I know an author sometimes capitalizes words to put emphasis on a word, to show a lot of feeling about something, or to show that something is being said very loud. I think the author put the word one in all capital letters here to show you that this day was different from all the others because they were going to encounter a problem on their daily routine. Let's turn the page. Our purpose for reading on this page is, what is their problem? Ruff, 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 ruff. A big grumpy dog came running their way, barking and growling at the end of a rope. Why do you think the author uses all capital letters here? I think the author is using all capital letters here to show that the dog is very loud and does not want the chicks to get by. How does the author show us that the dog is grumpy? The author shows us that the dog is grumpy by writing ruff, ruff, ruff in all capital letters. The author also says the dog is growling. The dog is also obviously angry by the way the illustrator drew his face. He has an angry facial expression. What is the chick's problem? The chick's problem is that they can't get by the dog to get their favorite treat. I know that because the text tells me a dog came toward them, barking and growling at them. Hen jumped back and pulled her chicks near. There's no safe way to the beans today. We'll just have to wait for chicken feed. All three chicks said blech and frowned. We're hungry. You promised. We did our chores. How do they feel about chicken feed? Yes, the chicks do not like the chicken feed. I know that because they all said blech. The chicks are very upset because they can't get their treats. They are upset because they are hungry. Hen promised that they could go get their treats, and they even finished their chores. The author uses capital letters here to show all the reasons that the chicks are really upset. Hen sighed, but we'll never get past a dog like that. How does Hen feel? Hen seems very nervous because of the big grumpy dog. How does the author use the words in all capital letters on this page? I see the word never in all capital letters. That shows me that the hen really doesn't think they can get by the dog. The use of capital letters in a text can mean many different things like we have seen here.
Let's turn the page. For our next purpose for reading, we're going to read to find out who tries to solve the problem and how. Remember, the hen and chick's problem is that the dog is blocking their way to the garden and they cannot safely get by him. Let's read. Big Chick said, "Wait, I'll take care of this. He slowly took a step toward Dog. Now listen, he called. We won't hurt you. We're just going to the garden for an itty-bitty treat. So how does Big Chick try to help? Big Chick tries to solve the problem by reasoning with the dog. Big Chick tells the dog they don't want to bother him, they just want their treat. Ruff, 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 ruff. Dog disagreed, barking and pulling at the end of his rope. Big Chick ran to hide under Hen's safe wing. The text says the dog disagreed. We can see that in the story because the text tells us the dog barked and pulled at its rope by trying to get to the chick. Big Chick's reasoning did not work. The dog scared Big Chick and he ran back to his mom. Let's turn the page. For the next page, we're going to be reading to find out who tries to solve the problem next and how they try. Let's read. Middle Chick took a breath, then stepped toward Dog. I'm hungry, so you'd better stop it right now or you'll be sorry when we get a hold of you. So Middle Chick was the next one to try to help. Middle Chick took a different approach. He was not as nice as Big Chick. Middle Chick threatened the dog. The author used capital letters here to show emphasis on how upset Middle Chick is by making sure the dog knows that it will be sorry when they get a hold of him. Ruff, 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 ruff. Dog disagreed, barking and pulling at the end of his rope. Middle Chick ran to hide under Hen's safe wing. So how did the dog react? You're right. Dog didn't respond any differently to Middle Chick. He still disagreed by barking and pulling at his rope to get to the chick. Let's turn the page. Our purpose for reading the next page is to see who is going to try to help this time and how. Let's go, said Hen. We'll really have to wait. Little Chick peeped. I want to try. Oh no, said Hen, as the other chicks laughed. You're much too small. In the text, I know that Hen is tired of waiting and is ready to go. She is worried about their safety. But Little Chick wants to give it a shot. That worried Hen because she said, oh no, in the text. The other two chicks laughed at Little Chick, thinking she could help because she's so small. Little Chick yelled, but I can run! And off she went, tippy-toe, as fast as she could, straight toward Dog. So Little Chick takes off to try to help anyway. She runs as fast as she can. And I know that she's running fast because the text uses those words, tippy-toe. But the author also puts the word run in all capital letters. And she runs straight toward Dog, almost like she is challenging the dog. Hen screamed and grabbed her heart. Big Chick closed his eyes. Middle Chick shook. How do the others react? I can tell from the text and the illustrations that the hen and her chicks are all scared by the things they're doing. So let's think back to our essential question. When does a problem need a clever solution? We know that the chicks have a problem. The dog is in the way of them getting to their daily treat. Remember, clever means smart. Do they need a smart and well thought out plan or solution to solve their problem? Yes, they do. We will read the rest of the story and activity 2 to see what their solution is.
Now we will begin thinking about our writing task. Let's reread our question and think about the evidence from the text. What is the problem Hen and her chicks are facing? What are some solutions they have tried so far in the story? Use details from the text to help you answer the questions. At the beginning of the story, we read that Hen and her chicks go to the garden every day to eat their favorite treat of itty-bitty beans and potato bugs. This is where we discover their problem. They run into a dog that barks at them and scares them away. He also blocks the way to the garden. Big Chick attempts to reason with the dog by saying, "Now listen," but the dog cannot be reasoned with and scares Big Chick away. Next, Middle Chick threatens the dog by telling it, "You'll be sorry." The dog is not scared and barks again, scaring Middle Chick away. Last, Little Chick decides that she wants to help, so she runs tippy-toe, tippy-toe before anyone can tell her not to. All of these details tell about the problem and potential solutions from the text that could answer the question.
Today we will work on our topic sentence together. Remember, in order to be successful, you will need a topic sentence, a few detailed sentences, and a sentence that provides a sense of closure. Let's learn a little bit about how to write a good topic sentence. Every time we write a topic sentence, we want to use text evidence, but put the answer in our own words. It is also important when we write a topic sentence that it tells our reader what we are writing about. For this task, it is important that we name the problem. Let's reread the question. What is the problem that Hen and her chicks are facing? In our sample topic sentence, we address the problem by saying, Hen and her chicks can't get to the garden to eat. Let's read the next part of the question. What are some solutions they have tried so far in the story? The second part of our topic sentence says they try many solutions to get past the dog. This tells our readers that they are about to hear the different solutions the chicks tried to use to get past the dog.
This is our sample topic sentence. Hen and her chicks can't get to the garden to eat, so they try many solutions to get past the dog. Let's look at our success criteria, and it tells us how we can be successful anytime we write. Do we have a capital letter at the beginning and punctuation at the end? Yes, we do. Make sure you use neat handwriting. Is our sentence complete? Yes, it has a subject, which tells who our sentence is about, and a predicate, which tells what they do. Did we use evidence from our text? Yes, we did. Great job, friends. Let's review what we did today. Today, we learned the sounds for the long U patterns in care using UE, UI, and EW. We also learned about the topic, great ideas. We discussed what difference a great idea can make and when a problem would need a clever solution. We read the first part of our text, Tippy-Toe Chick, Go. We wrote the answer to the question, what problem Hen and her chicks faced. We created a topic sentence together, and it's your job to complete the rest. Think you're ready for extension tasks?
Here's your extension activity for today. You are going to get a chance to tell your opinion or what you think. Which of the chicks' ideas do you think was the best? Why was it the best idea? Explain your opinion using evidence from the text. Another activity you could try is to create some new solutions. You could think about some other ideas or solutions the hen and her chicks might try to get past the dog. Share these with someone at your home. You could share it orally by talking to them, or you could write it down and read it to them, or draw a picture.
Great work today, friends. Please continue your hard work with the rest of the summer activities. Remember, all of the resources that go along with the lesson can be found on the Knox County website under the Student Resource tab. We had fun working with you today, and we look forward to working with you again.
We hope you learned something today and maybe had a little fun too. See you next time.